first game on the list is Dominion. Now, Dominion is a game that's been out for a very long time in real life, for about 10 years minimum, and is now on the computer. So I kind of compared this game in comparison to Magic the Gathering and how they did it. Unfortunately, with Magic, Duels of the Planeswalkers was the only real way that it worked out without being terrible. If you recall Magic Duels or MTG Arena, it just felt kind of low budget. It felt pretty bad. So if I were to compare this to anything, it'd be like the Ascension card game. I made a video a long time ago on that, but this feels a little bit better. It's just like if you were playing in real life. You have the ability to play against your friends as well. It's very easy to do. The only problem is there's not a way to have more than one player in your group, and there's not a way to really expand the game. They could have expanded to where there's at least a little bit of an adventure, a solo adventure type thing, but they just kind of copied and pasted it. I do think, though, the game runs properly. I'll show you some clips right here. The store offers a lot of options as well to make the game a little more enjoyable, something you could buy just to make it a little bit better with promos and possibly buying other games as well. But this is about Dominion alone since that's what just came out. I would have to give the game a 4 out of 5 just because it is really well done, but the problem is that it does not have anything new to it. No creativity. But everything runs perfect. No Steam achievements either, which is also a problem. But the game is still very fun. I would definitely suggest playing it. And if you have a friend, play it against them, play against AI, play online. It's a great time killer. So this next game is called Super Auto Pets. It's in the beta, but the title almost scared me away from playing this game entirely just because it sounded like something that wouldn't be fun at all. Just a bunch of pets. But really, it's an auto battler. So if you played Hearthstone Battlegrounds, it's a lot like that. It's also like Storybook Brawl, which I'd also made a guide for in the past. And this one is unique in its own way. It doesn't have anything it's tied down to. It just kind of has a bunch of pets, and although it's goofy, it's really fun, and I really spent a lot of hours already within the game trying to move on. Now, as I'm showing you right here, they are making updates, which I didn't realize, so that's another bonus to the score. Just because the fact that so many, they're trying to fix bugs, they're trying to make sure you can have other modes. That's huge, especially for a game that just came out and is just free on Steam. I just messaged a dev about it, and they said that this is a new thing you can play with your friends now, which is phenomenal. That's a great way to build a community. I can love that. And you can play Arena, which is the Auto Battler mode. Now, the problem with this game, there isn't much of a tutorial. They have a way to help you learn the game, but the problem is it just doesn't really prepare you for the people you're going to be going against. Now, there's no pay to win stuff in this game. There is a way to make cosmetics happen, but that's about it. Now, to play this game, though, you just buy stuff, you put on your side of the field. Everything costs 3, including the food, which you can give to pets to give them bonuses. When you roll, it's just like refreshing the tavern, where it costs 1 and it gives you more units to choose from. When you get 3, they upgrade. If you want, though, you can move them on top of each other to upgrade as well. It'll give it +1/+1. But the abilities will not stack until you get the third one on there, and once you have 3, another unit will spawn down here. That's basically the story of that. You want to be able to kill your opponent before they kill you, and you want to keep on winning so you can get more rewards, which can be used in the shop for cosmetics. The fun part that I also like about this game is the fact you're able to pick a goofy name every time you go in. And that kind of fits the whole scheme with it. The graphics aren't very good, but it just feels like a funny, goofy game you're playing with your friends. So right now I'll go with the Chunky Tugboat. The music is pretty good too, but it's extremely loud. I'll show it to you guys later in a couple clips. Looks like you can continue the arena whenever you want. I didn't know about that. That's a phenomenal thing to do. Especially since there's not a timer, you can take all the time you need. So if you're at work, this is a great game to play. So when it comes down to this game, I would give this game a 4.5 out of 5 because this game is really well done. It syncs together really well, and the only problem I really see with it is that there's no Steam achievements, and some of the actions within the game feel like they could be better optimized. But I will say that everything seems to be perfectly in line with each other. They have touched on a bunch of different categories and have made a lot of different updates to cater to their community, as well as responding very quickly to any concerns that people have on their Discord. So, 4.5 out of 5. Congratulations on making a really good game, and let's go to the next one. Alright, everyone, so the third game is called Conquest. This game is a war game, PvP, PvE, RTS, strategy, and also considered a game with a big tutorial. Now, this game has been out since 1993, but it just recently came onto Steam for free, and it doesn't even have anything in the game that you need to purchase with money. So, it's completely fair, and you just gotta try your best to conquer the most land. Now, the main goal is to conquer 5% of whatever region you're in, and if you do that, the age resets kind of like a battle pass would, and everyone starts back at level 1 and gets to keep everything that they had saved until that point in time. Now, the only downfall is if they had died, they do not. So, that's a downfall. Now, I'm not going to go and show you a bunch of clips of this game because this game unfortunately doesn't have animations. It does have good music, which gets a little repetitive sometimes, but I'll just be showing you the basics on what goes on, and it's a very strategic game, so try to bear with me. If you have any questions, be sure to talk to the developer. He works by himself, and his name is Nemesis. If you go to the Discord, he'll talk to you, and he'll help you out along the way. Also, if you go to the general chat, people respond considerably quickly in here, especially the veterans of the game, and they'll be able to help you get going. Alright, to start off, raid is where you're going to be focusing on the most, because that's how you're going to get more land, but you're going to want to think of every single way you can best manipulate the battle. So, unless you're a class like Mage, you're going to have to use spies. So right here, I go to the library, I conduct a survey to kind of give me a listing of some of the people around. Now, there are NPCs, there are new players that are protected, and there are people that are of higher levels as well, such as this guy. Now, levels take a decent amount of time, and they require you to have a lot of land to even get there. So, you want to be careful with who you attack. Now, I'm level 3, so I can only attack people that are level 3 or higher. So, I don't have a lot of options right now. Meaning, I'm going to have to go and attack. I'm going to have to go and quest to get some of the levels until I can find more people of my level. Now, in this area, you have a lot of things you can do. You can go to training hall to get special units if you have good honor, meaning you don't attack people lower level than you. You can go to the ancient ruins to get an artifact that you hear about from the mystic. You can go get magic properties if you're a mage. You can get tutorial done with the bandit camp. You can fight here. You can get heroes, and you can get magical items to use and manipulate the game outside of battles or inside battles. So, if you're reviewing that stuff, you go to the vault. You're going to check your hero. You go here, you can only have one hero at a time. You have to dismiss one before you can find another. Same goes with the artifact, which I don't have one right now. Badges are like Steam achievements within the game. I think it's pretty nifty and interesting. You do get told what will give you that badge, and there's not a way to equip it, but the developer has talked to me, and he'll be implementing that pretty soon. Also, there's an update yesterday for the game, so the developer is still quite active and looking for a way to better market this game. Okay, so right now I can see they only have 1372 units out of 5,000. So, if need be, I can enlist some peasants to become axemen, since I'm a barbarian, or I can go to the marketplace and get some siege equipment. Siege equipment is great because it can be used to get more land after battles. Get some peasants. And then I move the troops all the campaign. Alright, so you see that we won the battle, we got some land, we got food, gold, peasants. We did not get anything else read from that. I can share the report to maybe scare people or let them know what I'm doing, which will show up in the events tab right here. NPC tab is just for goofy things that NPCs will say. And the alliance is basically a clan or guild. Alliances are really helpful within the game. You can view all the reports for that. And you can also view other alliances. So the top two right here are NPC alliances. The NPCs exist because they can also pose a threat, but also be a means to an end to kill them and get more land. I think it's a decent idea. Mine is Dark Brotherhood. I have 4 members, maximum of 10. And yeah, that seems to be the basis of the game. I do say that the game is pretty darn good considering the style of game it is and how society right now probably is less focused on strategy and more focused on games similar to Fortnite where it's just mindless combat. No hate on that game, just saying this is what it seems to be. I would give this game a 4 out of 5. It still has some things that could be updated. It still could be improved in other ways as well. The developer has every intention to do so, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And I really want to see where this game could go. So if you guys have the time, download the game, give it a shot, and invite your friends because it can be a lot of fun. So this next category is called the coin toss. The reason why I call it that is because I don't really know how I feel about these games. They have good qualities, but they also have big downfalls. So the first game is Ship Graveyard Simulator. This game is a lot of fun, but I realized later that I didn't really know why I had fun with it. It's one of those games where you break down a lot of stuff on ships or around the area to make more parts, sell them and earn money, or to give to other people for quests, or to make certain tools. But I realized later what else is there to this game. I went to explore a little bit of the junkyard, and I realized that there's not really anything there. Everything that looked cool, unfortunately, was just there for aesthetic purposes, and you couldn't actually climb around and find anything. They do have treasure chests, but it just gives you more of the same crap you use for everything else. I thought maybe there'd be a way to get your own ship, or maybe to explore under the water or something, since shipwrecks, but it doesn't seem to even implement that. Unfortunately, also, this game is in prologues. There's a lot of things that it says this isn't implemented in the prologue, but everything that was there seemed pretty good. You really have this feeling that you're upgrading where you're living, you're really making it personalized, and you're growing throughout the game. The other problem is that this game does not have any way to really communicate with other players. It is solely single player, and I feel like they could have implemented this better if they allowed co-op or just a lot of people to work together on things. So, unfortunately, I gave this game a 3 out of 5. I think the game quality is still good. The graphics are still pretty good as well. And they have the base set down for everybody, but they really have a lot to improve to make this game a little more personalized, a little more creative, and less repetitive as most sandbox games like this tend to be. Alright, so for the 5th game, we have Collision Hero. Collision Hero is definitely a coin toss. I had trouble finding it because for some reason in the library, it moved it down to the bottom where symbols or Z would be. But the game you can already see is a little bit weird because it has gray on gray. Why any person would ever do that, especially with a gray background, I have no idea. Already pretty bad. The shop, you come here and it has a shop button. Apparently, that means you have to buy something from the gold you find in the game. And then you click shop to buy it.
Wow.
I don't know how that makes sense, but you do. And then you go back. The music actually isn't on the main menu at all, so you might just infinitely move this back and forth and not notice a single change. It only happens within the game, which, oh my goodness, the music is loud. I had a recording before and I could not hear a single thing I was saying, so I have to redo it for you. I'll move that down a bit. Make an exit there. Alright. So, what I have learned from this game is that some of the levels you cannot actually pass. They're just impossible. I'll try to find some of the clips of that because level 2 is impossible. There's a jump that you just cannot make, so I'm not going to show you because screw that level. But yeah, there's other glitches within the game as well, but it seems kind of fun. Kind of gives you that old vibes of games. You use A and D to move, and you use R to slash. Space to jump. Destroy barrels to get coins. Destroy the barrels to get coins. The movement seems pretty fluid for a game like this. The mouse is completely useless, but I keep on using it because I'm used to it. You can also use the arrow keys if you prefer. Up and down obviously does nothing. That enemy I didn't even see you throw anything, which is kind of weird. So at these, this is a part that tends to be a little bit glitchy. Ooh. It's supposed to bounce you up, but it doesn't always do that. And I'll show you that right here. I'll show you properly in a second. There you go. See, it lifts you up like that. So, you kind of wonder what happened before. I landed right on it.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
One of my things about this game is that it should have more weapons or something unique about it they can do rather than just doing the same sword every time. I think there's some way to do this, but you have to hit the orb straight up, which the closest you can get is right there, and then you just fall down. You can't reach the top of the ledge, but you can't go there. There's no tutorial, there's no nothing to help you learn what's going on. So I really just gotta give this game a pretty bad grade and say that at best it's a coin toss. Of course, level 1, 5, 6, and 4 seem to be pretty good, so it is enjoyable on some levels, as well as some goofy glitches, but it just seems a little bland, and the fact that there's no way to really explain why the orbs work half the time makes it a pretty bad game. I have this game about a 2.5 out of 5. I think that's pretty generous. I hope that they update the game and they make it better, but if there wasn't the nostalgic vibes or other fluid movements, this game would have had a lot lower of a score.
No, 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 no.
The first of the worst games is a game called Box Survivors World. It's a great game if you really don't like good games. I gave it a 1 out of 5 because the game only runs, and you'll see every other reason when I show you these clips.
a minute.
Wow.
Wait. Strongest attack wins the battle? Is it talking like between the cards or just overall? You must give your character some power particles. Oh, cool. It didn't tell me to do that. Solid. I won. How the heck did I win? There's still 2 of those things out there. Wait. Why am I still here if the game's won? What was that? That was unusually executed. Get this straight. I only get 1 action per turn, but I have a deck that doesn't have as much cards as the opponent. This is a weird tutorial because I figured a tutorial would be like a normal game instead of here's 2 cards, try to win without everything else. Are there no life totals? So what have I learned? You have more than the opponents and you take them out. Which is exactly what I learned before too. Okay, so that's not all, but it's also not an English graph of this. My collection is 2 cards? What do you mean? I only own 2 freaking cards in this game. What, I have 1,000 cents? Is that what it's trying to tell me? Level 2 and 3 I get something? Oof. Whoa. Maybe it's pretty hard to figure out where you go when there's a total of nothing to see. You have to hover over something for then it to pop up? What if I miss something? What if I don't find something? This tree right here, does it? Nope. Those people right there. Freestyle. A sandbox mode where you can experiment with your worst strategies against red stock. Alright. Colonies. Join a colony that matches your values, and if nothing else, create your own clan. I mean, I can respect that. Clans are pretty cool in games. Adventure. Learn the basic mechanics and earn numerous rewards. Well, I haven't earned any rewards yet, so we'll see. That's apparently nothing. Oh, tournaments up there. That's where the planes are, or whatever those are. Is there anything else? Multiplayer. Measure your strength online. Climb the leaderboard and become a legend. And it's locked. I have a doubt that they found a player that quick, so this might be an AI. In which case, I'll still probably lose because I have no clue. Sure, the last one looked cool. Bro, stop. So seriously, we have to agree on crap like this? Wow, that is the saddest way I've ever seen a game try to make PvP. You have all these different options and they have to agree to your options or you just decline? No. No. That's terrible. That is so bad. At the very least, it lets you know when someone's looking for a game by showing an exclamation point right there. So Ayllu, I found to be pretty bad. I gave it a 2 out of 5 because at the very least, it does have player versus player, it does have a tutorial and everything else. Although it's really poorly described and really poorly done overall, it still technically works and you could possibly enjoy the game. But as a whole, the game freaking sucks. So unfortunately with the game called Chess, they apparently used copyrighted music for the entire thing, so I had to mute all of it. I had some really funny moments, so I'm sorry that I can't use that, but I want to get this out too, so I have some funny clips, I have some background stock music, and I have my review at the end. Hopefully that helps. Fortunately, the game was complete garbage, so you're not missing much. So where do I begin? This game is called Chess, but it's not actually chess. It's actually just a random, terribly looking, bad musically, everything auto battler. Nothing about it makes sense. There's no tutorial, no guide. Absolutely nothing to like aside from the fact that it's free, and there's no players to go against, and no way to progress or really enjoy the game. What you saw in those last two battles was all that there really was in the game, and even that was pretty bad. I'm giving this game a 1 out of 5 because at the very least, it runs. That's about it. What, there's a bow and arrows? Alright. The description of this game when I read it was, find stuff around the store to kill people with. Sure, let's get a backpack. Bear trap. Yeah, bear trap. That sounds like something you'd find in a shop. Vampire upgrade? Wait. I can be a vampire bear trap using guy with a backpack? What the? Pool blast? Meatballs? What the hell is meatballs supposed to do? Oh, man. We got Julius Caesar over here trying to throw stuff at Lusunio PL. Looks like he's using a rake against what was a fire extinguisher? Wait, hold up. Also, I can't switch viewers anymore. Yeah, there you go. Hit him with that sledgehammer, brother. Yeah, you got nothing on you. Not saying this game is bad, I'm just saying it's not good. Oh no, he's bleeding out. And now he's not bleeding out? Wait, how does that work? He's just bleeding and then all of a sudden he's not. He didn't even put anything on. Come on, brother. Just gonna run away forever? What's the game plan? Oh no, you lost the game. Oh no, rematch. I didn't get to play. Let's play. The hell is this game? What do you mean? I just waited all game to not even play? What the hell? Sure, I'll play with bots so I can at least play. Why does it keep putting me on EU? No, put me on NA. Where is literally everything that it taught me? Like, what are these supposed to be? Spots that you loot crap in? You salvage? Like, I'm not even... I'm so lost. All the crap it just taught me and it's not even letting me try it out. There it is. Dang. I have to go across the entire map just to get to one box to salvage for stuff? Oof. It's a little rough. And there's already an enemy with a weapon. Oof. Oh my gosh. So I have to give this game a 1 out of 5 because, again, the game does run, but the tutorial was basically just a bunch of people standing up. Didn't really tell you what you're supposed to do. It only told you to gather some materials, which you couldn't actually find within the game, whether against the bots or against players. So I just kind of wandered around aimlessly while bots had weapons, chased me around for eternity until I eventually gave up and died. Terrible way to set up a game, terrible way to build a community. Don't play this game. It's not worth it. My gosh, what the hell is this? What am I looking at right now? One of you become the baddie. The baddie needs to collect all the clues that are lying around. Everybody else must catch the baddie first. The baddie is invisible most of the time, but not always. Yeah, sure, man. Yeah. Play. I'll have to... This is like off-brand Pac-Man?
You're trash.